Kohlrabi is very easy to grow. And you can eat it when it's a baby, when it's tiny, and you can eat it when it's big. It doesn't matter. It's all your preference. You see, when it's nice and big, you can eat it too. And it's got a very strong root that you just cut. And if you want to bring it home and look pretty, you can just keep the top leaves, and then it looks fantastic. And you know, they come in purple or green, and they both taste great. They just make wonderful summer salads. You know, it's like a turnip meets an apple. And because they're so easy and so delicious, and if you love salads throughout your summer, then this just mixes it up and makes it wonderful. I like to do them from starts because then I can space them evenly, but you can direct seed them. They do germinate well. As I said, they're easy to grow, but they're obviously going to taste better and grow better in really good soil. And I do 3 by 3 on a bed, so that's 10 inches apart. You can also go a little tighter and do 4, but I think 3 is, you know, really where it's at, and you can harvest them at any size. Because sometimes you think you're going to harvest them at a baby size, and then, you know, you don't, and so at least you'll have nice big ones. And once you cut off all the leaves, they'll store for a bit of time, which is nice. You don't have to get to them right away. But they don't have a lot of problems, and they should be carefree. They're one of the crops that's certainly easier and great for the kids because they do grow relatively fast, so the kids can enjoy them. Hey man, you want to put that in the basket?
Yeah.
All right, so fennel. Not only is it great for salads, but it's also wonderful cooked. On top of fish, it's really, really nice. Or just grilled with other vegetables is beautiful. And all the leaves are edible. You can use them too. You can also just cut them off and use just the bulb. And the key to successful fennel is getting it to bulb up nicely and having nice big, having a really nice big bulb. And that's going to make sure that your soil is well balanced, has a lot of potassium, because potassium is what's building the structure of it. Well fed, because it's going to, you know, the soil's going to show you with fennel if it's doing well. It's just one of those crops that if you get nice big fennel, your soil's probably pretty good. I like to do it from starts. It does germinate well, so you can direct seed it. And if you want nice big ones, then the most you want to put per bed is 3 per bed, 10 inches apart. And then this will give you some time. So you can eat them as baby fennel, or you can let them get nice and big. And they do last in the fridge for a while, just as the bulb, if you cut the greens off. They don't have a lot of problems. In heavy rains, the greens can start to rot as it holds on to water and yellow. But it shouldn't affect the bulb too much, unless it's really, really staying wet all the time, and then it can start to rot on the bottom. But just harvest it. You can take the first parts off, and probably the rest is going to be good. But in terms of pests and disease, they should be okay. It's really just rain you need to worry about. Celeriac. Now, certainly one of my favorite vegetables. You know, you can do so many wonderful things with it. You know, especially celeriac soup is certainly one of my favorites. Now, this the key to, you know, growing good celeriac is having really good soil, because for it to get big, to get a nice big root like this, you got to have a lot of potassium in the soil. They don't want you to start adding it. You want to make sure that it's based on a soil test. But without it, it's just not going to get big. It's also a heavy user of boron and copper. And again, that's something you want to be very careful about adding, and all based on a soil test. But as long as the soil has everything that it needs, it's pretty carefree. There's not a lot of things that attack it. It's just going to sit there all summer getting to size. And that's really nice. The other nice thing about it is it stores beautifully, right? So all you want to do is just clean it up, clean the roots off, clean the tops off right next to the base, and then store it, you know, around 40 degrees would be ideal, in the dark, in a basement, root cellar, something like that. And it'll store all winter long and be perfectly great. And I know a lot of people don't grow it, but I think once you start cooking with it and you see how versatile it is and how great it is, that you'll want to grow more of it. So these are going to be done through starts. It's really your best way. But the starts take a long time. They take a long time to germinate and a long time to size up. So you're looking at like 8 weeks minimum before you plant out to get these things started. Right? So you're going to use 1 seed per cell and just keep it moist and warm so that it will germinate. And make a lot of extras just in case you don't get your germination on it. And then I plant it 10 inches apart in each direction so they get nice amount of room, and well fertilize it before I do that. And this is, you know, on the grid, it's a 3x3 grid, but 10 inches apart.